Cubs are back home. It's a 6-game, 7-day homestand. It won't be easy. The Nationals and the Royals will provide the opponent. It's a Hyundai leadoff man on WGN. And welcome. Memorial Day action here at Wrigley Field. Jim DeShays and Len Casper. Let's get right into the starting pitching matchup. Tanner Roark will make his first of the year coming out of the bullpen, and Tsuyoshi Wada, the lefty for the Cubs.
How deep is the Nationals starting pitching when Tanner Roark had to be pushed to the bullpen? A 15-game winner last year, all right, but with the addition of Scherzer, he moved to the bullpen. Fister hurt. He gets a start today. Wada has made one start for the Cubs. It came against the Padres, and it was dominant. 4 2/3, punched out 9, including 7 of the first 9 men he faced.
Cubs 24-19. The Nationals leading the National League East 2.5 games up on New York. And when we come back, we'll get Cubs minor league report, an update on Javier Baez. Stay with us.
If it's important.
Generally, when you hire on here, it's every 2.
Made more the last year and a half than I had with any other company that I have been with.
When you got a good group like we have here, from the mechanics to the dispatchers and everybody else that works in this system, safety and everything else, I wouldn't work for anybody but Tenet.
Tenet Truck Lines now hiring. Call 309-946-3230.
The Animal Welfare Center in the heart of downtown Milan, your local full-service no-kill shelter, offering a complete low-cost wellness clinic, including vaccinations, microchipping, as well as spay and neutering. Quad City Animal Welfare Center, helping make your pet's well-being more affordable. See a list of available services online at qcawc.org. Call for an appointment or visit one of our walk-in clinics at Quad City Animal Welfare Center in downtown Milan, saving animals one life at a time.
With nearly 5,000 cars sold, we must be doing something right. Just hear what proud customers are saying.
They treat you with the utmost respect. They take the time to show you every little detail of the automobile.
I'm utterly impressed with the level of service your company provides. I understand why you're selling so many cars.
Thanks for taking good care of us. You went above and beyond.
We purchased 6 cars from Majeski Motors and found the car buying experience actually pleasurable. It's not about what we say, but what our customers say. Majeski Motors in Sterling.
Allmakes Office Furniture Showroom in Moline is the place for great deals on Hahn office furniture. Take a walk through our 72,000 square foot showroom and find that perfect desk, chair, or cabinet from Hahn to furnish your business or home office.
The service after the sale is also important to us, and they're always there for us.
It's so easy to work with, and they offer both, as you see in this office, new and used.
Stop by today and view our huge selection of new and used Hahn furniture.
Man is brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, who invite you to test drive our award-winning lineup today. Visit buyhyundai.com. Welcome back to Wrigley Field, a Memorial Day matinee as the Cubs host the Washington Nationals. Javier Baez sizzling hot at AAA Iowa. And let's get the update on the Cubs' top affiliate from our good friend Randy Wilford.
Through the first quarter of the season, the Cubs have been battling to hover around the 500 mark while dealing with an ever-changing roster. Already, the team has made over 60 transactions this year, including some key players already called up to the big leagues. Good starting pitching is a key to any team's success, and the iCubs rotation has contributed an ERA under 3 for the month of May here in the hitter-friendly Pacific Coast League. Don Roach is 5-0 with a 1.97 earned run average in 8 starts this year. Headed into this holiday weekend, he's tied for the league lead in wins and is among the top 3 in ERA. He does it with a steady combination of pitches that produce a lot of ground ball outs and is really happy with the work of the guys playing behind him.
Played against them for the last couple of years, and they're pretty good. So, I wasn't too worried about that, about them making plays. Actually pretty happy coming here knowing that I have those guys behind me. Like most ground ball pitchers, throw a sinker. It's my main pitch. Off that, I'll throw my curveball and then a splitter if I need a punch out.
Carlos Pimentel has also been a hot pitcher of late. After a couple of tough starts to begin the year, he had a streak of 19 consecutive scoreless innings over 4 starts from May 5th through the 22nd. In his second season with the iCubs, Pimentel credits a mental adjustment to his recent run of success.
I don't think when I'm in the mound. That way I just pitch and take the ball and pitch and don't let the hitter think.
On the offensive side, Javi Baez is getting settled in after a late start to the season. He missed the first 3 weeks of the year to be with his family after the passing of his sister. Baez has his average around 300 thanks to a recent 7-game hitting streak that included 4 multi-hit games. His strikeout rate is down from a year ago, and he's concentrating on applying the lessons he learned from his struggles in the big leagues last year.
I think, first of all, baseball is 90% mental, and I learned how to deal with it and how to work with my mind. And I think no matter what happens today, you got to come back tomorrow and do the same thing.
In his first season at AAA, John Andrioli has been a key part of the Iowa offense at the plate and on the bases. He has shown a disciplined approach at the plate, leading the team in walks and on-base percentage, and his all-out approach in the outfield is fun to watch. When he's on base, his speed has already produced 15 stolen bases, and he knows that's a way he can help the I-Cubs score runs.
Whenever you put pressure on defenses, it makes a lot of things happen. And, whenever you get in scoring position, your team's going to score a lot of runs. So just both those things together.
There's plenty of other talent up and down this Iowa Cubs roster and lots of baseball left this season. I'm sure fans will see more players from our team head to Chicago to help the Cubs battle in the National League Central. For the Iowa Cubs, I'm Randy Wayhofer.
Thanks, Randy. And you see what Baez has done so far this year, and a couple of homers yesterday versus Tacoma. We have Cubs baseball coming up from beautiful Wrigley Field here on WGN.
Did you know our members have opportunity for advanced education, bringing value to each consumer in building, remodeling, and purchasing, selling a home? Looking out for you, the Quad City Area Realtor Association, along with the Quad Cities Builders and Remodelers Association.
Chris, it seems like anyone can sell satellite receivers these days.
You're definitely right, Howard. Here today, gone tomorrow. You don't even know what galaxy they're from.
At Galaxy One, we're here long after the sell.
Since 1994, Galaxy One has grown to be recognized as one of the premier satellite providers in the Midwest.
Galaxy One is your authorized dish retailer and home of the Hopper.
For home, business, and multi-unit owners, you can search all over the galaxy and find only one Galaxy One dish authorized retailer.
Midwest Complete Construction, we build relationships one home at a time.
Homeowners in the community, we understand you want a contractor you can trust.
We are that contractor, today for years to come. From concept to completion, keeping with your vision and budget.
Whether building new, remodeling, insurance restoration, or repair, Midwest Complete Construction works with you step by step.
Visit mwcomplete.com or call for a free quote today. Midwest Complete Construction, building relationships one home at a time.
Care, service, quality. It's what you expect when you shop locally. It's what Zeglin's has been providing the Quad Cities with for years. We're family owned. We're family operated. Zeglin's, your hometown, our hometown.
Did you know our association's memberships employ thousands of local individuals, thus helping promote and stabilize our local job economy? Looking out for you, the Quad City Area Realtor Association, along with the Quad Cities Builders and Remodelers Association.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man is brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, who invite you to test drive our award-winning lineup today. Visit buyhyundai.com. Back here at Wrigley Field, Memorial Day, both teams will be wearing the special uniforms as we honor and remember those who have sacrificed their lives in service of our country. And we take a look ahead at the Cubs' upcoming schedule. A lot of the Washington Nationals here these next 2 weeks. 7 times they will match up in the next 13 games. The defending American League champion Kansas City Royals come in for the weekend starting on Friday. Send it over to Andy Bellison, the Wrigley Field public address announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and kindly remove your caps as this afternoon's colors are presented by the Illinois Army National Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, joining the team during today's national anthem is Edward Sawyer. Ed was a highly decorated officer in the United States Army during serving in England, France, and Germany, and has been awarded 2 Purple Hearts. Ed, we thank you for your service on this Memorial Day. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please remain standing and join Wayne Mesmer as he honors our nation with God Bless America, followed by our national anthem.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'm Greg Majeski from Majeski Motors in Sterling. When we opened in 2005, we wanted to give customers something different, like new vehicles without the new price. The majority of our inventory are low mileage, one-owner vehicles with factory warranty. If you don't see what you're looking for, we find vehicles every year for smart buyers just like you. So the next time you're in the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle, stop by Majeski Motors in Sterling, where you save thousands off new and all are back. Carfax. We invite you to stop in today. Majeski Motors in Sterling.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite. Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
Stretch your income tax dollars till they explode with savings at Harold's Furniture in Rock Falls. Purchase anything in the store today and receive 12 months, no interest. It's time to rejuvenate your living room, dining room, or bedroom, and then get 12 months, no interest on everything in the store. Also save on twin mattresses starting at just $99. Hurry in today and see how you can stretch your income tax dollars at Harold's Furniture.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
We're fans.
We're real fans. We're Hawkeye fans. We're fans.
We're real fans.
Black and gold. I get my gear at Black and Gold.
Black and Gold, home of the largest selection of officially licensed Hawkeye merchandise. You can find gifts for the whole family at Black and Gold. Black and Gold, located in Davenport and Coralville, or always online at theblackandgoldshop.com.
It's the annual Lifesaver campaign, Saturday, June 20th. Please help the Child Abuse Council. Exchange Lifesaver candy for your donation. Be a lifesaver, because every child matters.
Following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
Nice day here at Wrigley Field. It's Memorial Day and a Cubs matinee on WGN Sports, opening up a week-long stay. It won't be an easy week. The Nationals are here, followed by the Kansas City Royals, and today it's all about youth. 22-year-old Bryce Harper from Las Vegas. 23-year-old Chris Bryant, also from Las Vegas, both off to excellent starts, JD.
I haven't seen this much talent come out of Vegas since Carrot Top. Bryce Harper, the 2012 Rookie of the Year. Could this be Chris Bryant's year to win that award?
They're both in their respective lineups today. A couple of teams over 500 with playoff aspirations. The Nationals and the Cubs on Memorial Day. Next.
Necker's Jewelers believes in giving back. During the month of May, Necker's Jewelers will give a portion of all sales to Komen Quad City's Race for the Cure. Necker's Jewelers believes in the gift of giving. Give a gift to someone you love.
Mama, I'm hungry. Where are we staying tonight?
I don't know yet, baby. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Victory Center Ministries is a nonprofit rescue mission in the Clinton and Quad City area. We offer the perfect gift for the man or woman who has nothing. With your help, we provide rooms, classes, and meals in hopes of transitioning individuals back into the real world.
I told you it'd be okay tonight.
Help your neighbor by making a donation. Call or go to victorycenter.com.
River Valley Turf is the place to shop for John Deere tractors, lawn equipment, and gators. From 115 horsepower John Deere tractors down to residential lawn equipment, they've got you covered. At River Valley Turf, you'll find more equipment at unbeatable prices, and our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right model for you. And we even let you ride and drive your next mower before you buy. River Valley Turf offers at-home maintenance of your power all seasons. We're a full-service dealership offering pickup and delivery as well as home services. River Valley Turf in Davenport and Silvis.
Celebrate summer with Kids Wild Fest at Niagara. And a day full of fun, Saturday, June 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Celebrate summer with WQAD News 8 and Kids Wild Fest at Niabi Zoo. Necker's Jewelers believes in giving back. During the month of May, Necker's Jewelers will give a portion of all sales to Komen Quad City's Race for the Cure. Necker's Jewelers believes in the gift of giving. A gift to someone you love.
I'm the Bachelorette.
Tonight, Caitlin's date has comedy genius Amy Schumer.
This is going to be a massacre.
Hi! But the battle for this bachelorette, I'm not sorry, is no joke. The Bachelorette, new ABC tonight.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Bud Light Lime. Perfect beer for whatever happens. Honda Dream Garage Sales event. Now it's your Honda dealer. Napa, home of Napa know-how. Ford, America's best-selling brand. Inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Subway, make a smart play for savory subs this season. Score more flavor at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Let's get Matt Williams' Nationals starting lineup. They got off to a terrible start. They've been basically the best team in baseball over their last 24 games, 19-5, and they lead the league in runs scored. Span, Desmond, Escobar at the top, Harper, Zimmerman, and Ramos in the middle, Espinoza, Taylor, and Roark at the bottom.
Check on the Cubs defensively here this afternoon. Chris Coughlin in left, Dexter Fowler center, Jorge Soler man's right field, infield third to first. We'll go Bryant, Castro, Russell, Rizzo. David Ross gets a starting assignment with someone other than John Lester for the first time this year. That someone is left-hander Shoshi Wada, making his second start. And boy, was this one ever impressive. Wednesday against the Padres, a no decision, but 4 2/3 of dominant pitching. Struck out 9, walked 1, got 4 hits, and 2 runs.
Ryan Blackney gets home plate. Mike DeMuro at first. Hunter Wendelstedt's chief at second, and Davidson. Buck and Bob over at third. And teams and even the umpires, it looks like, getting into the spirit. The Camo Stars and Stripes theme here on Memorial Day, and we are underway. A strike called from Wada to Span.
Span, the igniter at the top of the batting order here. .355 on base percentage.
Going outside. They've got some injuries, the Nationals, which we will chronicle as we move along today. But after their 7-13 start, they've gone 19-5, and they've won 8 consecutive series.
Yeah, the run scoring has been most impressive. Everybody, just about everybody, picking the Nationals to win the National League East this year because of their starting pitching. Their starting pitching has been just kind of so-so, but the offense has been lights out.
In the inside corner, fastball at 88. And it's 2-2. Ian Desmond on deck, and then Yunel Escobar. Second start for Wada. And his first Wrigley Field start came last year on July 23rd. He lost that, and that is crushed to deep right, and it's going to be a leadoff home run as Span basically hit his batting average on the board in right. It's 1-0. I guess he wanted to remind people he's hitting .316.
Yeah, what a turnaround. Wada's last start, he struck out the side in the first inning. He's a fly ball pitcher. The wind is blowing out today. This ball did not need any help. Not a lot on that pitch. Belly button high, and Span hits his 4th home run of the year.
And that average going up 6 points. Ian Desmond, the shortstop. That ball deflected by Wada, and he'll throw to first. Infield hit. Ian Desmond.
Wada finishes in good fielding position, just can't snag that comebacker. Desmond on with an infield hit.
We'll bring up Escobar. Anthony Rendon is on the disabled list. So is Jason Worth. And Escobar has been terrific. He swings away and sends one down the right field line. Soler is over, and he's got it. What a catch by Soler in foul territory. Gets really tricky behind that bullpen mound, and fortunately he's all right. What a play.
Yeah, great concentration, and then the willingness to kind of give up the body there, leaning forward, tumbling so close to that wall. Boy, dangerous. Lucky he's able to hit the brakes before going head first into the wall.
So helping out his pitcher get a big first out ahead of Bryce Harper, who's putting together an MVP campaign here early on. Leads the majors in runs, RBIs, walks, on base percentage, slugging, and OPS.
Yeah, he has been unbelievably good, and obviously a very skilled player. We've known he's been good, but he hasn't been this good in the past. He's really coming into his own.
In his last 16 games, and he's had a couple of ejections here these last couple of weeks. 491 with 11 homers and 26 knocked in. And a ball and a strike on Harper. 72 degrees, and the wind blowing straight out to center. Out of the southwest at 12 miles an hour. And it's 1-2.
Well, let's take a look at our Gander Mountain game time weather. Indeed, warm, breezy, and muggy. And hopefully no more rain before the end of the day. Brought to you by Gander Mountain. Low price every day, guaranteed.
Some clouds in the area. The lights are on. We should have warm weather for most of this week. Called strike 3 on the outside corner.
A number of the strikeouts for Wada in that last start were of the looking variety, and saw a lot of that from Padre hitters, just not able to pull the trigger on his fastball, especially first time through the order. He's got that deceptive delivery, kind of a short stroke with his pitching delivery, and that fastball, even though it's 89, 90, sometimes 91, gets on the hitters much more quickly than they anticipate.
Here's Zimmerman, natural third baseman, now playing first. Won a Gold Glove at third back in 2009, but last few years had some shoulder and throwing issues. Played a little left, and now entrenched at first. The pitch off the plate inside.
The National slug, they're third in the league in slugging percentage, fourth and on base, third in home runs. They don't steal a lot of bases. Just 11 steals, and they've been caught 9 times, so that's not part of the program for Matt Williams and his group.
Williams won the Manager of the Year award in his first season as their skipper last year. They were the division champs for the second time in 3 years, but another quick playoff exit. And the 1-1 misses. 2 balls and a strike on Zimmerman. That's Desmond. He's at first. Span hit a leadoff home run. And the 2-1 on the way. Fouled back.
Span hit the leadoff. Zimmerman, his forte is the walk-off, the game-winning home run. He's done it 10 times in his career. Third best in National League history behind Stan Musial and Tony Perez.
Well, you know the good news is he won't hit any in this series.
He cannot hit a walk-off home run here.
I should add, unless he gets traded to the Cubs before Wednesday, which is unlikely. 3-2.
So what you're saying is if he's gotten that bat in the 9th here, aggressively to him, but next week in Washington, you got to pitch around him.
More careful.
Okay.
Desmond takes off. Zimmerman bounces to Castro. And the inning comes to an end. Span with the leadoff home run. So it's the Nationals 1. The Cubs coming up. Soler with a great play on defense.
When looking for fun, come to QC Family Entertainment. We have 32 lanes of Cosmic Bowling from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
I'm Greg from Majeski Motors in Sterling. When we opened in 2005, we wanted to give customers something different. Like new vehicles without the new price. The majority of our inventory are low mileage, one-owner vehicles with factory warranty. If you don't see what you're looking for, we find vehicles for smart buyers just like you. So the next time you're in the market for a quality owned vehicle, stop by Majeski Motors in Sterling, where you save thousands off and all are backed by Carfax. We to stop in today. Majeski Motors in Sterling.
Stretch your income tax dollars till they explode with savings at Harold's Furniture in Rock Falls. Purchase anything in the store today and receive 12 months, no interest. It's time to rejuvenate your living room, dining room, or bedroom, and then get 12 months, no interest on everything in the store. Also save on twin mattresses starting at just $99. Hurry in today and see how you can stretch your income tax dollars at Harold's Furniture.
Grab the family or a few friends and stop by QC Family Entertainment to play our state-of-the-art video games and a round of laser tag in our two-story arena. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN TV is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. And let's check out the Cubs batting order. It's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Fowler and Bryant and Rizzo 1, 2, and 3. Castro, Soler, and Coghlan occupy the middle. Coghlan with another home run yesterday. Ross, as JD mentioned, catching somebody other than John Lester. Tsuyoshi Wada in the 8th spot, and Addison Russell back in the lineup hitting 9th.
Place the Nationals defensively. They've made 35 errors, as have the Cubs, and only the Milwaukee Brewers have made more in the National League. Anyway, it's Taylor, Span, and Harper. Good speed out there in the outfield. Escobar, Desmond, Espinosa, Zimmerman on the infield. Desmond has had some issues. He's made 12 errors. Ramos behind the plate. Tanner Roark, a local guy, on the hill for the Nationals here today.
Dexter Fowler. Strike one.
Well, Tanner has worked exclusively out of the bullpen this year. No wins, couple of losses, a 2.66 ERA. He's made 13 appearances.
He's from Wilmington, Illinois, 60 miles southwest of Chicago. Went to the University of Illinois. Had to leave the team after a sophomore season for academic reasons. He did lead Wilmington to 2 Illinois State baseball championships, and quickly off the mound to get Fowler. Got a lot of family and friends at the ballpark today. It sounds like he moved to the bullpen without any sort of issues or arguments, and has kind of done whatever they've asked, getting a spot start for Doug Fister today. Here's Silk. Chris Bryant. Bryce Harper told reporters this morning that's what he called Bryant when they were kids in Vegas, because everything he did was smooth. I think we have our nickname for Mr. Bryant.
KB, yeah.
Drilled into deep left. Gone! Little top spinner, but it got over the basket into the front row. And we're tied at 1. Number 6 for Bryant.
Well, he got one on the first game of the last homestand as well. And Roark throws a little cement mixer slider. That one just didn't take the break, but it took the brunt of the barrel of Chris Bryant, and we are tied. That's a nice, silky, smooth swing.
Well, these two teams have been hitting a lot of home runs. That's the 28th for the Cubs here in May. The Nationals have 29. So they're among the National League leaders this month. Milwaukee came into the day with 28.
For the year, the Cubs 4th in the National League in long balls. Change up. Good one.
And a miss.
Let's check our Southwest Airlines. How far did it fly into this home run? 374 silky feet. Go to WGNTV.com/contest for your chance at one of 5 pairs of tickets anywhere Southwest Airlines flies in the United States or Puerto Rico. What did I miss? I heard a ooh and an ah when I was reading that promo.
He's been off the plate.
Okay.
That ball is caught by Ramos to get Rizzo.
Yeah, could be a hitter's day here today. Now Roark, he throws 4 pitches, 2 and a 4-seam fastball, change and a curve. He's been using his 2-seamer a lot more this year, and that may be because he's been working out of the pen. Because of it, he's been getting a lot more balls on the ground, and that approach would serve him well on a day like today. Anywhere from 90 to 96 with the fastball.
The 0-1 to Starlin Castro, hit on the ground toward the hole at short. Desmond backhands, off balance throw, out at first, and the inning is over. So Span led off the top of the first with a long homer to right. Chris Bryant, second batter, Roark, faced into the bleachers in left center. 1-1.
The grass just got greener. Only $25 gets you a cart and 18 holes of golf anytime after 10 a.m. any day at Sauckie. A great deal on a course that's in great shape. Told you the grass just got greener. Call for a tee time at Sauckie today.
Generally, when you hire on here, it's every 2 weeks you're home.
I've made more in the last year and a half at Tenon than I had with any other company that I have been with.
When you got a good group like we have here, from the mechanics to the dispatchers and everybody else that works in this system, safety and everything else, I wouldn't work for anybody but Tenon.
Tenon Truck Lines now hiring. Call 309-946-3230.
Whoa. Oh, this mattress is unbelievable.
And these prices are unbelievably low. You can believe it.
This happens every day at Factory Direct Mattress.
At 5401 North Brady Street in Davenport.
It's unbelievable.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Core Vins Insurance.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
1-1 after one. And if you want to manage the game along with Joe Madden, log on to WGNTV.com right now. Click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner to connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and information while you watch from home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape. Pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and more. Everything you need to have more fun at home this summer.
Second inning, and the catcher Wilson Ramos fouls away. Recently had a 19-game hitting streak, career best, but he's 0 for his last 12 to knock his batting average under 300. Comes in at 286. Big holiday crowd today. Got the bunting hanging off the upper deck. Just feels right. Matinee here on Memorial Day. Bounced right to Russell. So I guess the Addison Russell connection is we were in Washington, D.C. last July. The 4th of July, right? Russell was acquired from Oakland.
Back in the day, holidays meant doubleheaders.
Yeah, not anymore unless it's a makeup. The trade was actually July 5th, but it was that holiday weekend last year. Cubs dealt Samardzija and Hamill to Oakland. Many Cub fans knew who Addison Russell was at that time.
So I started Googling him and I said, wow, this kid can play.
Quickly found out. Espinosa's a switch hitter. He's a plus defender at second. One ball, one strike. Espinosa, I think, is a guy who can grow a full beard in about 2 days.
Apparently.
He's got a little bit of a different look than he had previously. He was going for that Deadwood.
Little Yosemite Sam thing going on.
He did. DeMuro said so at first.
Hey, Cub fans, let's go. Don't miss all the excitement this season here at Wrigley Field. The Cubs continue their series with the Nationals. 6:05 tomorrow, 7:05 on Wednesday. Make sure you plan ahead. Go to Cubs.com and get your tickets today.
Zimmerman and Hendricks tomorrow. Scherzer and Lester on Wednesday. Sharply hit ground ball, smothered by Russell, throw to first, out, they got him!
Who makes that play?
Addison Russell does. Michael Taylor robbed of a base hit. 1-1.
Necker's Jewelers believes in giving back. During the month of May, Necker's Jewelers will give a portion of all sales to Komen Quad City's Race for the Cure. Necker's Jewelers believes in the gift. Give a gift to someone you love.
Chicago Baseball is sponsored in part by Trinidad Mortuary.
I am more than just a friendly face. I am a highly educated individual.
A qualified professional.
An accomplished caregiver. Someone who truly cares. A shoulder to cry on, and your saving grace. I am a nurse at Mercy Clinton, and I am part of the 7%.
Mercy Clinton is proud to be one of just 7% of hospitals nationwide to be awarded nursing's top honor, Magnet designation. Now the choice is even easier. Choose confidently. Choose Mercy.
Hi, I'm Myron Hazen. At Collision Repair Center, our reflex bed liners can be used for more than just truck beds. We also do horse four-wheelers, boats, or maybe you have a unique idea. Collision Repair Center, East Moline. Stop by and see me.
Necker's Jewelers believes in giving back. During the month of May, Necker's Jewelers will give a portion of all sales to Komen Quad City's Race for the Cure. Necker's Jewelers believes in the gift of giving. Give a gift to someone you love.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at our Mazda replay cam. You're going to get a good look here from behind home plate. A bid for a base hit up the middle. Addison Russell, great break on it. Up to his feet quickly. Good strong throw to get a very speedy Taylor going down the first baseline. Mazda conviction, creativity, courage. This is the Mazda way.
Two stellar defense plays behind Wada. Soler and Russell. And here's Jorge Soler. Bottom of the second and a 1-1 tie. Sunday, his 15th game of at least 2 hits out of the first 43. He's been an Iron Man. And that's good to see because he really protected him when he came up to the big leagues last year. With the previous leg issues. And give some kudos to Tim Buss, Cubs strength and conditioning coach. Low and outside. We should probably give kudos to Bussy no matter what anyway.
Yeah,
specifically
for any number of reasons.
Yeah. Fouled out of play. Cubs went 6-1 on their previous homestand.
Yeah, well, it was the first place New York Mets team that came to town. The Cubs swept a 4-game set. Now the Cubs are in first place in the East. Mets hoping that the Cubs can do similar damage to the Nats.
Ground ball to Espinosa. One away. Bring up Chris Coghlan, who's 5 out of 10 against Roark. Yesterday hit his 3rd homer of last week. He's got 7 now in the season. Outside, ball 1. Change up away. Roark working quickly. That's a strike.
And Nationals have said shooting for about 70 pitches from Roark here this afternoon. He obviously would like to stay in a little longer than that. And if he's going along nicely, they may extend him a little bit.
Pfister has right forearm tightness. That's why he's on the DL. Pitch. And that one missed. I'll tell you, Steven Strasburg, you almost do a double take. You see how much he has struggled. We will not see him in this particular series. Strasburg has a 6.50 ERA through his first 9 starts.
Right, so if you were to ask me, Strasburg's got a 6.50. Anthony Rendon has not had an at-bat this year. Jason Worth has played in 27 games. He's hitting a little over 200 when he has been healthy. Where do you think the Nationals would be in the standings? I would say, well, probably not in first place. There's a lot of depth on this club.
Yeah, no doubt.
Of course, Bryce Harper's put the boys on his back and said, let's go. And he's been the best player in baseball. April 27th, 7-15.
Yeah, and the next day was April 28th, and you remember what they did that day?
Yeah, that was a big come
they were
from
down
behind.
10-1 in Atlanta and came back to win 13-12.
And they scored 13 the next day. 19-5 over the last 4.
He walked him. Well, there was maybe an assumption around baseball when they signed Scherzer, because they had 6 legitimate starting pitchers, that they were going to make a trade. But got to give Mike Rizzo credit for not immediately dealing somebody, because as you can see, they've needed that depth.
Yeah, that 6.50 ERA for Strasburg, second worst in the National League, better only than Kyle Kendrick. He's got a 6.58 for the Rockies. This is among pitchers with enough innings to qualify.
Now David Ross. Foul tips for strike 1. I'd imagine we'll see Ross making 2 starts in this series, with John Lester taking the ball on Wednesday. Just trying to give Miguel Montero some rest. There's Max Scherzer, who will go against Lester on Wednesday. Popped into right. Harper makes the play. Hey, Cub fans, make sure you check out Len and JD's baseball blog at WGNTV.com. It's sponsored by Jeff Vukovich, your nationwide insurance agent serving the area for 37 years. To join the nation, contact Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Wada 0 for 1, but a walk and his first career run scored in his last start, which was his major league debut this season. And he went from first to home on the Dexter Fowler triple. Takes a strike. I was in the process of mentioning Wada on the mound here at Wrigley before the Span home run. He lost his first Wrigley start last year, July 23rd, but 7 unbeaten outings here since. 4 the 206. And that will be caught. Wow. What defense today seen from both teams. That's Michael Taylor. They got the ground ball that Russell was able to run down.
Talk about full extension.
What a play. Or what a play. 1-1.
Make the journey as extraordinary as the destination.
The grass just got greener. Only $25 gets you a car and 18 holes of golf anytime after 10 a.m. day. A great deal on a course that's in great shape. Told you the grass just got greener. Call for a tee time at Sauky today.
Goods, America's Furniture Showplace, just a short drive away in Kewanee, Illinois. Goods Furniture has a wide selection of furniture for every room in your home at prices to fit every budget. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Stroll through the shops at Market Square. Find unique gifts, clothing, wine, and so much more. Take the short drive today to see the Goods difference. Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Core Vins Insurance.
Celebrate summer with Niabi Zoo and WQAD News 8. It's Kids Wild Fest. Enjoy many games, activities, and a day of fun Saturday, June 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in Coal Valley. Go wild at Kids Wild Fest. Sponsored by Rule and Rule, Carpetland USA, Helitech, and American Bank and Trust.
And The Bachelorette.
Tonight, Caitlin's date has comedy genius Amy Schumer.
This is going to be a massacre.
Hi! But the battle for this Bachelorette, I'm not sorry, is no joke. The Bachelorette, new ABC tonight.
Hey, how about some defense here? Early innings of this ball game, Soler ranging and diving to make a play. Addison Russell on Michael Taylor, spectacular. And Michael Taylor, who is a really well-regarded defensive outfielder, getting it done for the Nationals, taking away maybe 2 bases from Wada. Pretty play. The Speed Replay is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Nice landing, too. Bonus points.
Yeah, we've played 2 innings, and we've already seen 3 fantastic defensive plays. And with a blowing straight out, you know these pitchers appreciate it, although I'm sure Wada didn't appreciate that Taylor catch since he hit it. There's Roark, 147 in his career, 0 for 3 so far this season. Ball 1. Wada replacing Travis Wood in the Cubs rotation. Wood now bullpen. Got him. Number 3 for Wada. This season at Wrigley Field, the Cubs will feature Budweiser Bleacher Friday, starting with the Beach Bash this Friday, May 29th. All Bleacher fans 21 and older will get a pair of summer sunglasses for the game while enjoying special entertainment, music, concessions, and a beach-themed post-game party here in Wrigleyville. Visit Cubs.com. Unofficial start of summer. Ball 1 on Span.
Good pitch.
He missed the first 12 games of the season on the DL after core muscle surgery. And he homered to start this one today. His 9th career leadoff home run. And his 2nd this season. Sliders popped up. And Bryant does not have a play.
I think it should be a rule that any who hits a home run to lead off the game has to run around the bases doing a Ricky Henderson impersonation. The home run trot, picking at the jersey.
Ricky, the all-time leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
By far.
Yeah.
So Span has an open stance, kind of interesting. His toe is kind of at the catcher, that front foot, as he gets ready to hit.
Yeah,
kicks that heel out.
So that's really funky. Just some kind of a trigger for him that helps him stay back, and ultimately he gets into a more conventional position in the box. He strides.
Lined to Coughlin. Hashtag WGN Cubs if you'd like to send us a Cubs selfie. We may include it in our fan cam a little later today. Desmond with an infield single his first time up to extend his hitting streak to 10. 3 consecutive homer campaigns coming into this year. patient guy. I would not call him a prototypical number 2 hitter. But he's got some pop. So with Worth and Rendon healthy, kind of putting you in the spot. Where would you hit Harper?
Third.
You were the man. Just put him in a 3 spot.
Two or three. I'd probably go Span, Rendon, Harper, Worth, Zimmerman, something like that.
So Desmond kind of becomes a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
That really extends your lineup.
Yeah. I mean, Ramos can swing it. Espinosa has got a little pop down near the bottom of the order. It's a deep lineup.
Three and 2 the count.
I mean, you know, and Escobar's done a heck of a job too, hitting for a high average.
Ball strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Desmond will have a word with Blackney. 1-1. Chicago Cubs baseball.
Redefine your backyard space with a pool or spa from QCA Pools and Spas. Imagine relaxing in a spa after a long day at work or entertaining your friends and family around a pool. Our design team can make your vision a reality. From initial concept to final completion, QCA Pools and Spas. Trusted, experienced builders offering factory direct pricing. See why QCA Pools and Spas has been a step ahead since 1966.
Hi, I'm Lily Weber. My dad sells cars at Weber Auto Group. He has lots of great cars and trucks and helps people find the right one for them. He has in-house financing at cash prices with the lowest rates in the Quad Cities. My grandpa and great-grandpa sold cars too. They taught my dad to treat people right, so I can do the same thing when I grow up. I can't wait.
Weber Auto Group. If you're looking for a used car, we've got your baby.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Upper Iowa University Quad City Center.
At Collision Repair Center, we do everything except sell cars. No, you don't. Yes, we do. Well, you don't sell rust proofing and undercoating. Well, we do now. Undercoating, rust proofing, paint protection, all here at Collision Repair Center. Stop by and see me.
All across this great state of Iowa, people are discovering a new way of car buying. We are Kriegers. We are the quiet difference. We are Heartland Values. We are listening to our customers. We are changing perceptions. We are creating experiences. And we are growing our family, one driver at a time. All across Iowa, people are discovering Kriegers. We are Krieger Automotive Group, the quietly different dealer, with locations in Muscatine, DeWitt, and Stewart.
Brought to you by Budweiser. Still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. 4-1, throw a burger on the grill. Watch a little hardball. It's a good day.
Strike 1 on Addison Russell. Line foul the other way. He was off yesterday for only the second time since coming to the Leagues. Fowler and Bryant also here in the third. A little high that time. He struck him out looking. That is number 1 for Roark. And check out the Legends Suite located on the Nuveen Investments Suite level. Watch the game with a former Cub and listen to classic stories about life as a Cub with a luxury food and beverage package and a unique gift for each guest. The Legends Suite is the most exclusive way to watch a Cubs game. For more info, visit Cubs.com/suites. Fowler grounded to the pitcher in the first inning. Escobar pulled in at third. Ball one. Dexter 4 for his last 26 over his last 8 games, including the 0 for 1 today, but 6 walks, a triple, and 2 home runs. And he elevates out into deep right center, but it's going to be playable as Harper on the move grabs it on the warning track for the out.
Pretty good contact there by Fowler. Just hung up too long, and Harper able to run underneath it. So really good defensive outfield the Nationals are running out there these days. Harper, Span, and Taylor. They hit it in the seats like Chris Bryant did last time. Doesn't matter how good the outfielders are. Ooh, that was bold, wasn't it? It's Roark's game. He's aggressive. This is what happened first time. And so many times when you see the batter come up for the second time after a home run, it's breaking ball, nibble, nibble, nibble.
And an infield hit as Desmond tried to backhand it. Hustling down that line, and I know who has enjoyed watching Bryant here early on with his 2 for 2, his former coach of the Southern Nevada Bulldogs when Chris Bryant was 14, Bryce Harper 13. Matt Lawrence coached them both and had surgery last week. Matt is watching today, and we hope for a very quick recovery for you, Matt.
I'm guessing Matt had a pretty good 1-loss record.
Yeah,
with those guys. I'm not so sure that Desmond didn't have a play with the glove there. It wasn't going to be an easy play either way. With Bryant going down the line.
Cubs have 2 hits, both belonging to Bryant.
Showing his versatility, isn't he? Which one into the seats and then an infield swing. 5 out of 6 in the stolen base department. Roark pretty quick to home plate. Not an easy mark if you're trying to steal a base. The last thing you want to do on a day like today is make it out on the bases with a home run hitter in the batter's box.
That is in there. It's 2-1. A lot of other day action around baseball, and already a couple of blowouts. The Yankees 12-1 over the Royals at the end of 5 in the Bronx. Minnesota leading Boston and Minneapolis 7-0. The bottom of the second.
Do you pay attention to certain teams or certain divisions, like in a cyclical nature, or do you just pay attention to all of it?
Well, I mean, I think I would start with the Cubs division, but beyond that,
well, the outside.
Kind of generally watch. I try to watch the American League a little more, just because we see the National League so much.
I'll tell you why I asked.
Okay.
Second.
So
I'm looking at the standings page here.
Yeah.
In the stat pack, the Yankees had only won 1 of their last 10 and had lost 6 in a row. I did not know that.
Yeah, they've been scuffling.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Tampa Bay has moved ahead of them.
Yeah, the whole American League East all within 4.5. Jeremy Guthrie of the Royals today, 1 inning, 11 runs on 9 hits.
That's no fun. That's no way to celebrate Memorial Day.
Joe Kelly, 7 runs in an inning and 2/3.
Red Sox are starting to play a little better.
Here goes as Rizzo lines to deep right. Harper with a leap and the catch. As he banged into the wall, maybe grabbing his lower back. Fine defensive play here today. Still 1-1.
Necker's Jewelers believes in giving back. During the month of May, Necker's Jewelers will give a portion of all sales to Komen City's Race for the Cure. Necker's Jewelers believes in the gift of giving. Give a gift to someone you love.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite: Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
With nearly 5,000 cars sold, we must be doing something right. Just hear what proud customers are saying.
They treat you with the utmost respect. They take the time to show you every little detail of the automobile.
I'm utterly impressed with the level of service your company provides. I understand why you're selling so many cars.
Thanks for taking good care of us. You went above and beyond.
We purchased 6 cars from Majeski Motors and found the car buying experience actually pleasurable. It's not about what we say, but what our customers say. Majeski Motors in Sterling.
Necker's Jewelers believes in giving back. During the month of May, Necker's Jewelers give a portion of all sales to Komen Quad City's Race for the Cure. Necker's Jewelers believes in the gift of giving. Give a gift to someone you love.
The homestand on Sunday with the Royals in town. First pitch at 1:20, and the first 5 kids at the ballpark will receive a Clark W Flag bobblehead presented by Jewel Osco. After the game, the first 1,000 kids 13 and younger will have a chance to run the bases. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
Escobar takes a strike. He played for Joe Madden last year at Tampa Bay, and he's the only national previous at bats against Wada. Going into this one, ground ball backhanded by Castro, and he gets it. Harper had his hand behind his back. I thought maybe it was his back. It actually was his right hand after banging into the wall, kind of shaking it off. That play looked easier than it was for sure.
He created a little bit of a problem for himself. He broke in a step or two, but the ball was hit on a line, and heck of a play to retreat, make the play. I don't know if maybe he jammed his wrist a little bit on the wall, or maybe just got poked by the ivy.
Line shot into right.
Watch him go.
He's thinking 2. Well, he had a good scouting report on Jorge Soler.
Yeah, and we've got a good scouting report on Bryce Harper too, playing much more under control this year. That was the one knock on him. You know, a young player, a brash player, very aggressive player. Sometimes a reckless player would run into outs and make mistakes in the field, but he's kind of calmed things down now and just become an overall really good player. Another extra base hit for him. So, you know, he gives himself a chance. That's the key. Go hard out of the box, tight turn at first. Always thinking about taking the extra base, force the defense to shut you down.
Go ahead, run in scoring position for Zimmerman. Fastball close, didn't get it.
Yeah, you wouldn't call it a pitcher's zone today. I mean, there's been a couple off the plate called, but I feel like Wada's gotten pinched a little bit. Maybe it's the camera angle.
Got that one. Okay, so Chris Davis of the Brewers hit a home run against the Giants earlier today. He was called out for missing home plate. The Brewers challenged and won the challenge. So he did hit home plate. And he's just homered again.
I wonder how you
on it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like they camouflage it.
Well, the other thing is, on replay they showed apparently that he did. So how would you make the call that he didn't?
I don't know.
Well, we're not watching that game, so we'll wait till we actually see it before commenting further.
If I'm an umpire, there has to be abundant evidence that he missed home plate if I'm going to call him out on a home run.
You have all the bases to miss. That would be the one you wouldn't want to miss. 3-2 now on Zimmerman.
Zimmerman has really good power to the middle of the field. So, Wada, probably two places he would contemplate going here with Zimmerman. Cutting action fastball in on the hands, or maybe a changeup down and away. I think they're going to go with plan B here. Tried the change. I don't think he ever got the grip. Didn't look comfortable as he was love to find the grip of his changeup.
Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Chicago's #1 News at 9 is WGN News at 9 with Mark, Micah, Tom with weather, and Dan with sports. Watch Chicago's very own WGN News at 9 weeknights.
And I did confirm with Tsuyoshi the other day, depending on what website you look at. Some people say he throws a forkball or a split. He does not. It is a circle change. He does manipulate it occasionally, taking his, I believe, finger off the ball.
Sporky.
The spork ball.
So would it be kind of this? Well, this is a circle change. And the split is here.
Yep.
But he's kind of in between, like the circle.
He does a regular change, and then he'll take the middle finger off to maybe manipulate it.
And that.
Yep.
TV.
Yeah, you just did. Oh, makes a basket catch. Bryce Harper will tag and head to third. Another excellent defensive play. This has been a clinic today.
A lot of little red stars going into my scorebook to note this great defense.
You know how this game's going to be decided, right? By an error.
You're dead on.
You know it's coming.
Now, there's a whole lot to think about if you're Anthony Rizzo on this play to contend with. Sun, wind, bullpen, tarpaulin, fans. And at the end of the day, he hauls it in. And good base running by Harper to tag and advance.
First and third with two gone, and it's Espinoza. One ball, no strikes. Jose Reyes has been activated from the Blue Jays DL.
They'd be in great shape if he were a pitcher. They need pitching. They've got plenty of offense.
He had a cracked left rib. Two 2-0, Taylor on deck.
Espinosa came into this game batting .375 against left-handed pitching. He's a switch hitter, so this has been his best side. Not as sharp here this afternoon as he was in his start against the Padres, and that's, I mean, he was so good in that one. It'd be difficult to be as good today as he was against San Diego, and I don't know if it's just, wind going out, a little more cautious, or just not having pitches. So far, he's only allowed the 1 run.
And they're loaded. A couple of walks this inning. And here is Taylor, who, really hard ground ball up the middle. First time up, it was flagged down by Addison Russell, who got up quickly and threw him out. Taylor went into this season the Nationals' #2 prospect, according to Baseball America. Earlier this month, he hit a go-ahead grand slam in the 9th inning at Arizona after Bryce Harper had been ejected. No batting gloves, a 1-0 pitch.
That's how good Harper was going. He even knew when to get ejected.
Wada needs to come up with a pitch here. Down 2-0 with the bases loaded, and Chris Bosio will head out to the mound. Now Masimoto will also come out and interpret.
We're talking about this run that the Nationals have been on after that sluggish start. The offense has really turned things around. You see the numbers: 19-5, almost 6 runs per game. Best in the big leagues in just about everything. I mean, again, it's not a whole lot of Worth, no Rendon. A whole lot of Harper.
I want to send out happy 68th birthday wishes to Joe Kwasny. Happy 40th anniversary to Joe and Kathy Kwasny. And happy 8th to Carlos Goodman Jr. today. 2-0 on Taylor. Big pitch for Wada. Here is, it's a strike. Chris Bosio said strike, and he did.
Good idea, coach. I'll throw a quality strike. And that's the other part of it. I talked about Wada not being quite as sharp today, but it has not been a pitcher zone. He's not a power guy, so he doesn't want to throw many pitches over the plate. He's trying to work the corners with his fastball and his changeup, and he's not getting a whole lot of leeway from Ryan Blackney back there.
Three and two.
Pitcher wins and losses. A lot of times determined in innings just like this. Avoid the crisis.
Runners go with 2 outs. He struck him out swinging to get out of it. A double, 2 walks, no runs. And we're still tied at 1. Castro, Soler, Coughlin due up.
Chicago Baseball is sponsored in part by Estradal Mortuary.
Mama, I'm hungry. Where are we staying tonight?
I don't know yet, baby. We'll figure it out. We all do.
Victory Center Ministries is a nonprofit rescue mission in the Clinton and Quad City area. We offer the perfect gift for the man or woman who has nothing. With your help, we provide rooms, classes, and meals in hopes of transitioning individuals back into the real world.
I told you it'd be okay tonight.
Help your neighbor by making a donation. Call or go to victorycenter.com.
Harold's Furniture has...
So wait no more. Come in today and see all the great deals Harold's Furniture has to offer. They have everything you need to create new and exciting looks to any room in your home. What better way to spend your income tax refund than beautiful furniture from Harold's? Today's the day to brighten your room, bedroom, or living room.
More than just great prices, we're a complete store that keeps you in Harold's Furniture in Rock Falls.
Generally, when you hire on here, it's every 2 weeks you're home.
I've made more in the last year and a half at Tennant than I had with any other company that I have been with.
When you got a good group like we have here, from the mechanics to the dispatchers and everybody else that works in this system, safety and everything else, I wouldn't work for anybody but Tennant.
Tennant Truck Lines now hiring. Call 309-946-3230.
Flicks is the right choice to remodel your kitchen and bath. Stop at Flicks' new location at 3909 16th Street, Moline, and save 70% off all Haas kitchen and bath cabinets. Flicks, where great design ideas come to light.
And show your Cubby pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card, only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC.
One tie. It's been pretty exciting, hasn't it? Here early on with all the defense.
Yeah, a couple of long balls, some sparkling defense. A lot of working out of a big jam.
Roark and Castro matching up. And the ground ball to Desmond. This Wednesday, May 27th, the Cubs will host these Nationals at 7:05. First 10,000 in attendance will get a Cubs presented by Concord Cancer Foundation. To purchase seats, it's Cubs.com. All right, you ready for this note on the Mariners and the Rays tonight? Elias and Jake Odorizzi on the mound. This will be the first time ever two major league managers have matched up, both who played in the Little League World Series. Lloyd McClendon and Kevin Cash.
I didn't know that.
I remember legendary Lloyd. Ground ball in the center for Soler.
Soler's trending upward these days. Had a nice road trip. Yeah, legendary. He was like 5 home runs on 5 swings. And Little League World Series back in the day from McClendon. And then I think they walked him every other at bat.
Coghlan walked his first time up. And ball 1 on Coghlan.
Mentioned it earlier, Roark using that 2-seam fastball more this year than last. Getting a lot of ground balls, and that's what he's thinking here with Coghlan up and a man on first.
Has consistently been blowing straight out to center since we started. We had some rain this morning. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw to second. He's going to be out by a mile. A little hit and run that didn't work out. And 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, if you don't put the ball in play here, you're in trouble because Roark is really quick to home. Ramos throws well. He doesn't get high marks for his receiving skills, but he does throw well. And Coghlan comes up empty, and Soler an easy out.
Swung over the changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Roark has been efficient. He wanted to work deep into this game. You mentioned about 70, 75 pitches. He'd like to go more than that. getting pretty quick outs is not hurting his cause. Two and two. Too many 15-game winners who get put in the bullpen the following year, are there?
And it wasn't like he was a lucky 15-game. He had a 285 earned run average. And you've seen those guys have those years where you're kind of scratching your head. That guy won 15 games, 495 or something like that. But he was outstanding.
And if you are, you become a closer, right? You don't join middle relief. Well, grab something in your Cubs gift shop on your way out of the ballpark today. 1-1 Nationals and Cubs.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
I definitely think it's okay to be undecided. SOC definitely allows you to explore your options before you lock yourself into something. For me, it's affordable, it's reliable, and I know that I made the right decision coming here. My name is Michael Barth, and this is my SOC success.
Used, pre-owned, pre-driven, whatever you call them, at Zimmerman Honda, we're clearing the lot during our Red Tag event going on now through May 30th. If you're looking for a used vehicle, Zimmerman Honda is the place to be. Every used car has a Red Tag through May 30th. Come by and take a test drive on Memorial Day. We're open 10 to 4. It's the Red Tag event now at Zimmerman Honda in Moline.
Zimmerman Honda.
Welcome to Pub 1848, where there's 10 beers on tap with rotating crafts, old friends and new friends. A perfect place for a drink before dinner, and a great way to end the night after an event at the iWireless Center. Pull up a chair and grab a cold drink. You're at Pub 1848, where time is our tradition.
Fifth inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank. Nice relaxing holiday afternoon at the ballpark. Called strike on Roark. We'll have to find Tanner here tomorrow, the next day. We've been told since he got to the big leagues that he pronounces it Roark. As Bryant can't get it, and it trickles past Castro. Although I'm getting tweets from people from Wilmington saying, I know his brother, I know the family, it's Rourke. Which we assumed when he got here that that's how he pronounced it. But
we were told Roark, and in their media guide it says Roark.
Yep. So I'll confirm with him. I know Wayne Fonts coached the Detroit Lions way back in the day. I think his brother went by Fontes. So it happens where you have family members who pronounce their names differently, the last name, depending on their preference. As Span gets down the bunt, it goes 1-3 on the sacrifice. And the go-ahead run is at second with one out. Stay tuned for the seventh inning stretch, brought to you by Budweiser. Still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. Brett Eldridge, Chicago native, country star, big Cub fan. We'll sing the stretch.
Joe Theismann rhymes with high.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I actually have a good story about your surname. Kicks away from Ross, and Rourke's going to take third. It wasn't that stylish, but he got it done.
No, he's playing the whole game. And he's a good athlete. And he's not expected to pitch deep into this ball game anyway, so Matt Williams isn't so much worried about the energy he is out there on the bases.
Infield will come in against Desmond. 1 ball, no strikes. One of my good friends, Jason, we're the same age. When you pitched, he thought your last name was pronounced Desahayas.
Desahayas. It's much more exotic, isn't it?
Here's a pitch, fouled back, 1-2.
Now, normally this would be a go-on contact situation, 1 out, man on third. With Rourke. With Tanner down there at third, not sure how they'll play it. Bob Henley, the third base coach. Glenn over at first. What a swing and miss changeup here. I'm going to get in on him.
2-2.
You know, my roots are French Canadian, and the way they pronounce it in Quebec is either Dehay or Deya. Deya. Because the guy that used to guard the door at Olympic Stadium, I got talking to him about it one day. He said, no, we don't say Deshays. They might say Dejai. But that's kind of like the garbage, the trash. So you wouldn't want to say Dejai up there. You would say Deya or Dehay.
For the second straight time, Desmond shaking his head as he went to the dugout.
In a situation where hitters got to make contact, he fails to make contact. That he didn't swing at this with zone. Fairly tight at times here this afternoon. Opens up at a very opportune time for Wada. Well, he caught a break there. Nice steal by David Ross.
Look at that. 10 of his 15 strikeouts here in these 2 starts have been called strike 3.
Yeah, he doesn't have swing and miss stuff. He has fool you stuff, I guess. A lot of times they're looking at fastballs, kind of lulls them to sleep, and then gets that heater in there. Again, though, it's hard to fault Desmond for not offering it that one. Talking with David Ross the other day about his approach of game calling. And we saw the other day he had that little forearm where he had like a miniature scouting report. And I think he's wearing it again today. It's on his left arm. It's kind of like what quarterbacks wear, where they peel it to look at the play.
Yeah.
It's just some little crib notes. But he says, you know, once the game gets going, he likes to base his game calling on the reaction hitters have and the types of swings they're taking, whether they're vulnerable to down and in or chase soft stuff away, things of that nature. So he does refer to that scouting. Just, you know, what are you going to do to start a hitter, how to finish a hitter off? More of a hitter weakness chart, and then he uses the pitcher stuff in combination with that. I'm just referring to it right now. 2 strikes. Where do I go? What does the scouting report say? And then you know, he's been around a long time. He's got a world of experience, so he'll judgment to bear.
Runner at third, 2 outs, 2-2 on Escobar. Swing, and he just got a piece of it. Ross couldn't hang on to it. We'll do it again. That one off
got a piece of David too, yeah.
Off the left shoulder, it looked like. Escobar has been traded 5 times since 2010. It has been terrific. Nationals early on.
The plan was for Escobar to play a lot of second base. Rendon at third, and Espinosa would lose playing time. But Rendon's been hurt. Escobar has played third. David Ross one more time. Checks the report.
Right field, Soler coming over. And he makes a catch to end the inning. Wada's done a nice job working out of a couple of jams. 1-1.
So you take a chance on that slick DirecTV offer.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Corvins Insurance.
Mama, I'm hungry. Where are we staying tonight?
I don't know yet, baby. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Victory Center Ministries is a nonprofit rescue mission in the Clinton and Quad City area. We offer the perfect gift for the man or woman who has nothing. With your help, we provide rooms, classes, and meals in hopes of transitioning individuals back into the real world.
I told you it'd be okay tonight.
Help your neighbor by making a donation. Call or go to victorycenter.com.
Whoa! Oh, this mattress is unbelievable.
And these prices are unbelievably low. You can believe it.
This happens every day at Factory Direct Mattress.
At 5401 North Brady Street in Davenport.
It's unbelievable!
I'm Greg Majeski from Majeski Motors in Sterling. When we opened in 2005, we wanted to give customers something different, like new vehicles without the new price.
The majority of our inventory are low mileage, one-owner vehicles with factory warranty.
If you don't see what you're looking for, we find vehicles every year for smart buyers just like you. So the next time you're in the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle, stop by Majeski Motors in Sterling, where you save thousands off new and all are backed by Carfax. We invite you to step in today.
Majeski Motors in Sterling.
Stretch your income tax dollars till they explode with savings at Harold's Furniture in Rock Falls. Purchase anything in the store today and receive 12 months, no interest. It's time to rejuvenate your living room, dining room, or bedroom, and then get 12 months, no interest on everything. Also save on twin mattresses starting at just $99. Hurry in today and see how you can stretch your income tax dollars at Harold's Furniture.
More here with the Nationals, and the Royals come to town for the weekend, off to Miami. And then right back at it with the Nationals in D.C. Ford, America's best-selling brand, inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And the next road trip continues on to Detroit for a couple as well. Top-notch competition on the horizon.
David Ross leading off the fifth for the Cubs. First inning homers from Span and Bryant. The Nationals have had some chances since, but Tsuyoshi Wada's been able to work out of it. Ross, Wada, Russell here in the fifth. Cubs have won 9 of 13. They just went 3-3 on their NL West road trip. This is their best 43-game start since 2008. Cubs at 24-19. Last year they were 16-27.
And maybe I'm greedy, but it just feels like the Cubs should have came away with more on that last road trip.
Yeah, I would agree.
Gave away some games, you know. Normally 500 on the road will get the job done. Take care of business at home. Be a nice combination for a winning season. Cardinals have been slipping of late. I've lost 6 of 10. Speaking of slipping, the Reds, man, they're in a free fall. They lost 8 in a row.
Cardinals hosting Arizona today.
I'll tell you what, I was impressed with that Arizona team, more so than I expected to be, position player-wise. Pretty athletic group. Pollock kid can play. Goldschmidt, obviously, everybody knows about him. Shortstop was really good. Best I've seen this year defensively.
Yep.
The Reds trying to break that 8-game losing streak, are tied 4-4 at home with the Rockies.
Strike 3 called. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
When you wake up, you need to know the weather. And when you watch meteorologist Demetrius Ivory from 4 to 6 and Paul Conrad 6 to 10, you'll know. Watch WGN Morning News, weekdays 4 to 10.
1-1. Or to Wada. And so the Nationals have a Tanner, a Tyler, and a Taylor. They have a Taylor Jordan, a Michael Taylor, gets a little confusing.
Yeah, they got a pair of Zimmermans.
He got him. 3 strikeouts, all looking for Roark.
They've got a Roark and a Roark, all in the same guy.
They've got a Matt Grace, who we saw doing some stretching, left-handed pitcher in the bullpen, and I will call him Mark before the series
absolutely
is over.
When you started with the Taylor, I thought you were going with the all-occupation team there for a minute.
Zimmerman over near his dugout, and he reaches over, makes the catch, and that's it. Cubs go down very quietly in the 5th. 1-1.
When severe weather threatens our homes and families.
Oh my, look at that.
This is what they're looking at right there. Right now, I believe we are right under that cell.
A confirmed tornado in DeWitt.
WQAD's Storm Track 8 team will be here with you.
We had a confirmed tornado that was located near Fulton.
Like a wall of rain came through, and that was when the wind really got intense.
Tracking the danger until it's gone. Each time, every time. Hard work, determination. That's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Experience the good life at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois. Goods Furniture has a wide selection of furniture for every room in your home at prices to fit every budget. Take a break from the day and enjoy a delicious lunch in our wine cellar restaurant. And enjoy a variety of soups, sandwiches, desserts, all made fresh daily. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Experience the good life today. Goods Furniture, just a short drive away in Kewanee, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Lily Weber. My dad sells cars at Weber Auto Group. He has lots of great cars and trucks and helps people find the right one for them. He has in-house financing at cash prices with the lowest rates in the Quad Cities. My grandpa and great-grandpa sold cars too. They taught my dad to treat people right, so I can do the same thing when I grow up. I can't wait.
Weber Auto Group. If you're looking for a used car, we've got your baby.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, Las Vegas producing some pretty impressive offensive players, and there's one reason that Harper and Bryant are smiling and Gallo isn't. You know what that is, right?
They're in the big leagues.
Yeah, they get Major League per diem. Joey Gallo's at Double-A, but we'll see him in the big league at some point soon. He's in the Texas organization. He's hitting .337 so far for Frisco in the Texas League. Text Subway to 9799 right now for your chance to win 6 meals from the Simple 6 menu from Subway. Subway, eat fresh. Message and data rates may apply. No 2 balls and no strikes.
Bryce Harper with 16 home runs to lead the National League. Only one of those has come against left-handed pitching.
It's interesting with Wada's windup. It looks like there's a lot going on, but it also looks like he repeats those mechanics very well.
Yeah, he stays pretty solid, doesn't he? You don't see him drifting too much.
Russell makes the catch. Wind making those pop-ups a little more difficult today.
And one thing as a pitcher you try to guard against is drifting too early towards home plate. You got to stay back over the rubber, gather yourself before delivering. Kind of a drop and drive delivery. I think that adds to the deception. Another solid performance for him, but it looks like his day is over.
Yeah, we had that first, second, third time through the order conversation the last time around, although pretty good here the third time through, at least got halfway, and he'll leave in a 1-1 tie as Justin Grimm is on, and a nice hand for Wada.
I'm the Bachelorette.
Tonight, Caitlin's date has comedy genius Amy Schumer.
This is gonna be a massacre.
Hi!
But the battle for this Bachelorette,
I'm not sorry. Wow.
is no joke. The Bachelorette, new ABC tonight.
If you're ready for some family pool fun this summer but have questions, let the experts here at QCA Pools and Spas help you get started. If you're thinking on pool, we'll design a pool that's perfect for your backyard. Or if you're thinking above ground, we'll help you choose from the size and shape that's best for your backyard. Our in-house installation experts have over 25 years of experience, ensuring you that the job will get done right. Get on the installation list now and be ready for summer fun at QCA Pools and Spas in Bettendorf.
Basketball has taught me that you can't do everything by yourself. When you're at SOC, you still have that community feeling. SOC has so many wonderful professors that will give you more one-on-one time. My name is Jordan Giddings, and this is my SOC success.
I am more than just a friendly face. I am a highly educated individual.
A qualified and experienced professional.
An accomplished caregiver. Someone who truly cares. A shoulder to cry on, and your saving grace.
I am a nurse at Mercy Clinton, and I am part of the 7%.
Mercy Clinton is proud to be one of just 7% of hospitals nationwide to be awarded nursing's top honor, Magnet designation. Now the choice is even easier. Choose confidently. Choose Mercy.
Strikeouts. Muggy day today. Pitched through that jam in the fourth. Dangerous right-handed hitter coming up. The man decides to go to the power arm out of the pen.
Well, what's the old adage? You'd rather get a guy out a batter too early than a batter too late. And Joe, I think, for the most part, with just about all of his starters, has kind of lived by that rule. And the numbers would indicate with Wada that's the most prudent way to go.
Most pitchers, the third time through the order, the batting average and the slugging percentage too, you tend to make more mistakes, give up more damage third time through the order. 90 pitches or so is another indicator. If he's got a 3-run lead, Wada's still pitching probably, trying to get through this inning, but it's a 1-1 ball game and a guy with legitimate power coming up to hit.
Blake Trinan, right-hander up for the Nationals. Rourke 66 pitches in through 5. Wada left at 83. Two and two the count on Ryan Zimmerman.
Bemused look on Zimmerman's face after that 96-mile-an-hour heater bounced up there.
We're a few minutes away from the national moment of silence around baseball here on Memorial Day. Two balls, two strikes.
2-2, and here comes a deuce.
It'll be picked up by Castro, and he gets it. Nice play. Got a little tricky there with the footwork. He didn't want to step back, and he was able to avoid the bag and make a strong throw. Just behind the bag here. Yep. I was talking with Chris Bryant when he made an error the other day. He actually stepped on third, and that throw off your timing. Ramos, the catcher, 0 for 2.
Grounded to second, popped foul to first. Rizzo made a heck of a play over the shoulder on him.
Driven out in the deep right, way back, it's gone. Wilson Ramos has given the Nationals his second lead today. That's his third of the year.
We talked about the length in this Nationals line, that they have dangerous hitters up and down the line. This is a fastball right over the heart of the plate. Closes up that front side, just shoots it the other way.
One ball, no strikes now on Espinosa. Turns around, bats lefty. Runs in the game, 3 solo homers. Span and Ramos for the Nationals, Bryant for the Cubs. Big foul past the Nationals first base coach Tony Tarasco. Bob Henley or Don or whomever, as you mentioned, over at third. That's Bob.
That's Bob. It'd be fun if it was Don.
You had it as Glenn Fry at first, but it's Tony Tarasco. There's Bob Henley. We just saw Bob Brenly. Two and two. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. A home run by Ramos makes it 2-1 Nationals.
It's time to put the heart in Heartland. It's time to serve, not just to sell. It's time to honor family values. It's time to give real jobs to Iowans. It's time for a different kind of car dealer. It's time for the Krieger Automotive Group. For over 4 generations, Krieger's has quietly brought respect, integrity, and heart to car buying. Krieger's Automotive Group, the quietly different dealer, with locations in Muscatine, DeWitt, and Stewart.
River Valley Turf is the place to shop for John Deere tractors, lawn equipment, and gators. 115 horsepower John Deere tractors down to residential lawn equipment. They've got you covered. At River Valley Turf, you'll find more equipment at unbeatable prices, and our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right model for you. And we even let you ride and drive your next mower before you buy. River Valley Turf offers at-home maintenance for all of your power equipment for all seasons. We're a full-service dealership offering pickup and delivery as well as home services. River Valley Turf in Davenport and Silvis.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite: Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
So here's $300. I'm giving you $300.
Because you're awesome. For everything you do for everybody else.
Let's keep the Pay It Forward circle going. If you know someone who gives everything of themselves, we want to give you $300 to give to them. Pay It Forward. Make a nomination at WQAD.com.
Nationals lead 2-1. The Cubs baseball summer camps presented by ATI Physical Therapy are back. Give your kids an unforgettable baseball experience this summer. First camp kicks off in Lake Forest on June 22nd. Sign up at Cubs.com/camps.
Matt Williams deciding Tanner Roark did exactly what he wanted, and he is a pitcher of record after the Nationals just took the lead. 5 innings, 1 run allowed on the Bryant home run. So it's Blake Treinen here in the 6th.
Treinen, right-hander, on for the 17th time. 1-2 with a 368. He was on the shuttle last year. Numerous trips up and down from the minor leagues to the big club. He's got a big arm. High 90s fastball and a slider.
Strike 1 on Dexter Fowler. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Well, there's the scouting report for you. High 90s fastball and a slider, a couple of heaters and a good tight slider at 86 to finish off Dexter. .6'5", 230, Kansas. Big right-hander.
Bryant with 2 of the Cubs' 3 hits. He ended a 12-game hitting streak, going 0 for 4 yesterday. This is his 36th major league game as he bounces foul near the Cubs on deck circle. Starting the season series today, we'll end it in less than 2 weeks. All 7 games will be played here these couple of weeks, including 4 in D.C. next trip. Will not see Steven Strasburg in this series. Close, and Brian 2-2.
Good take.
And from Kansas to South Dakota State University. 3-2, he got it. Well, it's about as much movement on a fastball, a tailing variety, as you'll see on a 97-mile-an-hour heater.
Yeah, boy, that was on the money, too. Dotting that outside corner.
That's just a great pitch.
Yeah, it's tough because you can't sell out and cheat on that fastball because of the slider.
Rizzo bounces foul.
The Yankee game you referenced earlier is now 14-1. Jeremy Guthrie allowed 11 earned runs in 1 inning of work. The Yankees scored 8 in the first. And 2 more in the second before he, without retiring a batter, to Guthrie. He gave up 4 home runs, 3 in the first inning. That'll put a hurting on the ERA.
Three balls and a strike.
There you go. Here's count. Al Bold was trying to want to be here on 3-1 to Rizzo in a 1-run ball game. I'm guessing not very, even with that good stuff.
Fair ball. Harper will retrieve it. Rizzo on his way to second. The throw there a little offline. Actually hit Anthony, I believe. 2-out double.
Rizzo had that big day in Phoenix a couple of days ago with 6 driven in. He had been in a little bit of a mini funk prior to that, but he appears to be back. Hit a rocket first time up. You remember he took Harper all the way to the wall and right. Now he rips this 3-1 fastball into the corner for 2 bases. Would have been out in kickball. Good thing we're not playing kickball.
That'd be kind of nice. Maybe once a week. Instead of baseball, it's kickball.
Play with a softer ball and you peg it at the guy.
Cubs could sign Robbie Gold. Here's Castro, and he bounces foul. Big run now at second.
It's a big thing in kickball. Young people are playing kickball.
Yeah.
My daughter's in a league down in Champaign.
Big fan.
Couple of ground balls to short for Starlin today. See if he can find a hole here. Whoop.
Shot deep to center, caught by Span. I thought that ball might take off on him, and he was able to grab it. Bad luck for Starlin. 2-1 Nationals. Cubs baseball.
QC Family Entertainment is the perfect place for your next office meeting or party. With our 3 party rooms, we can accommodate your needs while having fun bowling, playing laser tag, and games. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
It's time to put the heart in Heartland. It's time to serve, not just to sell. It's time to honor family values. It's time to give real jobs to Iowans. It's time for a different kind of car dealer. It's time for the Krieger Automotive Group. For over 4 generations, Krieger's has quietly brought respect, integrity, and heart to car buying. Krieger's Automotive, the quietly different dealer, with locations in Muscatine, DeWitt, and Stewart.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Upper Iowa University Quad City Center.
Generally, when you hire here, it's every 2 weeks you're home.
I've made more in the last year and a half at Tennant than I had with any other company that I have been with.
When you got a good group like we have here, from the mechanics to the dispatchers and everybody else that works in this system, safety and everything else, I wouldn't work for anybody but Tennant.
Tennant Truck Lines now hiring. Call 309-946-3230.
You're watching WQAD News 8.
When looking for food and fun, stop by Frankie's at QC Family Entertainment. You can take a seat at the bar or grab a table and enjoy delicious food from sandwiches, pizzas, appetizers, and more. QC Family Entertainment. Fun for the whole family. Right off John Drew Road in Moline.
Time now to check out our WGN Cubs fan cam.
It ain't that cool having that little beast on the block. No, I can never leave my home. We used to dance in a serious way. She used to dance for me.
Soul Cat with bread on the table as we get started in the 7th, and a bunt attempt by Taylor.
Oh, no.
Rizzo overran it. Jason Mott into the ball game. First pitch bunting. And I'm not sure what happened. He just whiffed on it.
Yeah, just a day where defense has been so good, and a year in which Anthony Rizzo has stood out. Let's one get away from him here. Taylor with a lot of pace on that bunt, not intentionally, and he's trying to push that out towards second base.
So that'll be an error.
If he gets it airborne, he might have a double.
See the numbers for Jason Mott. Great to have with us Brett Eldridge.
Yeah.
Hi, Brett.
How you doing? It's so good to be
great.
here.
Paris, Illinois, yes?
Paris, Illinois native.
About 3 hours south of the city. Great to have you here at Wrigley. You will sing the stretch coming up. Another bunt attempt. Oh, Ross with a good effort.
Man.
Just couldn't quite hang on.
This reaction. Oh, so close. So big Cub fan growing up. Yes?
Huge Cubs fan, man. I can't tell you how. I mean, the first song I ever learned was the 7th inning stretch. So this is bucket list right here. This is coming full circle. I'm telling you, that first song, some of the first words probably was a 1 or 2. There you go.
So you've got a private show after the game. Big day for you.
Yep.
And you're touring with Darius Rucker, yes?
Darius Rucker. We've been we're on our 2nd week of tour, and it's been very wild. Huge crowds, and it's somebody like Darius Rucker, just to be able to tour with him is pretty feeling. I'm having a blast. I'm for the day to be able to play Wrigley. That's my ultimate bucket list.
Sure, yeah. Darius is a big sports fan, yes?
Huge sports fan. Huge sports fan. And he's a very good golfer. Way better golfer than I am, I can tell you that.
Guys get out and play a little bit?
I leave that up to him. I go fishing.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be fishing. It's another bunt.
Ross to Russell. And Taylor now at second.
But yeah, I grew up coming to these games my whole life, and you know, this is a dream come true. They're playing my songs here at Wrigley Field. That's to the speakers. That's an all right feeling.
It is pretty cool. Who's your guy? So you have a favorite Cub?
Well, I'm wearing number 17, which when I grew up, Mark Grace was my man that started it out, and then I love Rizzo. I love Rizzo, just how big of a star he is now,
and Chris Bryant's wearing 17.
I was going to say, Bryant hit a home run right as I was wearing the jersey. So I was like, maybe this is the luck that I got to wear this jersey like for a whole week.
Up and in on Denard Span.
I played third base one time, point in my life, but not like Chris, so I'm just going to leave it to him.
One to know to Span the pitch. Pulled foul. Did FP Santangelo next door from the Nationals, did he catch up with you?
What's that?
FP Santangelo does the Nationals
I hadn't seen him over there.
analysis on television. Make sure when you're done, he wants to get a selfie with you.
Okay.
He's a huge fan. He found out you were singing today. He said,
well, dang.
Can I meet him?
Heck yeah. It's a selfie world, man. I'm all about it. I'm all about taking a selfie with him.
That's a strike.
All
1
right.
and 2. Musical influences.
Number one would be Frank Sinatra. My hero, my number one. Ray Charles, Brooks and Dunn, Vince Gill. Those are to name a few. But I like the big vocalists, you know, and those are some of the people that just really inspired me. So, but Frank Sinatra. Every time I come to Chicago,
kind of feel
my
Frank
kind of town is playing through my head, you know. Always.
Still 1 and 2 on Span. 3 runs in this game, all home runs. An error by Rizzo here in the 7th, and the Nationals trying to take advantage.
So when you were a kid, did you get up here often? Did you get to many games?
I sure
in person?
did, and I listened to it almost every game in the summer on the radio, and just been a huge fan my whole life. From my dad's a huge Cubs fan, and so I just love it out here, man. This is heaven on earth to me.
Russell will make the play. 2 outs. Taylor now at third.
Last heroes in the bleachers. That's always a good time. So I get to be on this side of it.
And, different view up here.
It's a whole different view up here. I like it though. You always get to have a fun experience in the bleachers.
No doubt. Now Desmond. Infield hit in the first. Caught in the third and the fifth. All against the left. Wada. And ball 1. Beautiful day to be out in the bleachers today.
I'll tell you that. I was worried for a little while, and then it'll be a perfect day for baseball right here.
In the air. You ready to sing, Brett?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Brett
Yes,
Eldridge
sir.
with the stretch, and it is brought to you by Budweiser.
Guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Country artist and Chicago native Brett Eldridge.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya. On 1, on 2, on 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. It's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's mine. 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game. Let's get some run!
Chicago.
Goods, America's Furniture Showplace, just a short drive away in Kewanee, Illinois. Goods Furniture has a wide selection of furniture for every room in your home at prices to fit every budget. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Stroll through the shops at Market Square. Find unique gifts, clothing, wine, and so much more. Take the short drive today to see the Goods difference. Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
Trackade is putting power into your hands. Register to win a full house generator, fully installed by the Electric Doctor. Log on to WQAD.com's contest page to learn how to enter. The Storm with WQAD News 8 and the Electric Doctor.
Great job by Brett Eldridge. And as the Cubs trail here late, Blake Trinan against Jorge Soler, and a strike called. It's 1-1. A pop up.
You got it. I think it was off the toe. I think it bounced off his foot.
Did it?
Yeah, it was kind of funky. You know who Brett sounded like in the speaking voice? Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Medium.
Oh, you're right.
Something about
His foot. He can sing too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, he get it again? Front door breaking ball. Got a piece of him as well. It's time to take umbrage and hit one into the seats.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Well, how do you get to Wrigley Field? The Cubs suggest you use public transportation. If you ride your bike, the Cubs offer a courtesy bike check located near Clark and Addison. If you drive, provide free parking and shuttle service on night and weekend games from 3900 North Rockwell. And remember, don't text and drive. For details, visit Cubs.com.
Lefty Matt Thornton up in the Nationals pen. Drew Storm is there. Sinker on Coghlan, ball 1.
Surprise, surprise, the Cubs in another one-run game. They played a slew of them. I beat 4-3 yesterday.
Ground ball towards center, and it'll get through for a base hit. Good turn by Coghlan. Mike Baxter will bat for David Ross.
So this will be a 2-for-1. Baxter hitting for Ross, and then Montero will have to come into the game. And you might say, well, why doesn't he just hit with Montero here? Well, the lefty out in the pen. Joe probably doesn't want to see Thornton come into the game to pitch to Montero. Probably felt it was less likely that Williams would go to the lefty for Baxter. Pitcher spots on deck, and maybe Montero gets that turn.
You know how I know Brett Eldridge nailed the stretch? Getting a lot of Twitter love, and that's very rare. This could be 2, and it is. The hard way, 3 to 6 to 1. 2 scoreless innings for Blake Trinan. 2-1 Washington.
Confidence.
Whoa. Oh, this mattress is unbelievable.
And these prices are unbelievably low. You can believe it.
This happens every day at Factory Direct Mattress.
At 5401 North Brady Street in Davenport.
It's unbelievable.
Chicago baseball is sponsored in part by Estradal Mortuary.
With nearly 5,000 cars sold, we must be doing something right. Just hear what proud customers are saying.
They treat you with the utmost respect. They take the time to show you every little detail of the automobile.
I'm utterly impressed with the level of service your company provides. I understand why you're selling so many cars.
Thanks for taking good care of us. You went above and beyond.
We purchased 6 cars from Majeski Motors and found the car buying experience actually pleasurable. It's not about what we say, but what our customers say. Majeski Motors in Sterling.
That learning should have
friend. SOC professors are caring, professional, and you're not just another number to them. It's difficult being a mom going to school, but the advantages creating for yourself and your family are so much better. My name is Becky Fredericks, and this is my SOC success.
When quality counts, look to Quad City Windows, Siding, Doors, and Roofing for your next improvement project. From updating your home, touch-ups to room additions, residential to commercial projects, whether big or small, Quad City Windows, Siding, Doors, and Roofing can handle your project no matter the size. Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal. Give us a call or find us online at qcwindowssidinganddoors.com. Quad City Windows, Siding, Doors, and Roofing, when quality counts.
Time for today's Honda game summary. Span, Bryant, Ramos all with home runs. Tsuyoshi Wada pretty good today, 5 1/3, 1 run allowed, as he will get a no decision. Honda Dream Garage Sales event now at your Honda dealer. We're in the 8th inning. New battery starting with Miguel Montero, the catcher, and he will lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Cubs. And this is left-hander Zach Rosscup on the mound.
Rosscup 1-1, suffered the loss Friday night in Arizona in the 13th ball game, allowed a couple hits and a run. ERA up to 4.32 now. Zach has allowed runs in 5 of his last 9 appearances.
Escobar bounces foul. Too high that time.
And 3 home runs in the ball game, but not the offense we expected with the wind blowing out on a hot, steamy day. We've had a handful of games like that here where we thought there's going to be a lot of points go up on the board, and the pitcher's done a nice job.
Two, and it's now full. Ended up being a foul ball as Escobar simply was trying to get out of the way.
Escobar had a reputation of being a bit of a free swinger, but the numbers don't back that up. Better than league average with walk rate in his career, and his strikeout rate way better than league average.
Up right side, the sun now an issue along with the wind. Soler makes a catch. MLB.TV Premium is #1 for streaming live sports. Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in true HD on over 400 mobile and connected devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for Here's Harper with one out.
Drop a bunt down against a lefty. He wouldn't do it with a right-handed pitcher on the mound.
Billy Williams played over 2,000 games in the outfield, mostly with the Cubs, just a little bit with the A's to finish his career. And most of it was in left, but he did play over 300 games in right. And he can tell you how tough right field is in this ballpark. Wind, sun, bricks, bullpen mound. If you're a visiting player, once the bleachers are done, fans yelling at you.
Yeah.
If you're a home player and you're 0 for 3, home fans yelling at you, it's not easy. Swing and a miss. 3-2 on Harper. Outside for ball 4. Only take his walk. It's something that Harper has been really good at this year, not chasing those pitches.
Yeah, his walk rate is way up. Best in the league, I believe. You can look it up.
He leads the majors in walks. Was 40th walk. So 45 games and 40 walks. His career high is 61. He's going to blow past that probably well before the All-Star break. The pitch to Zimmerman. Bounce to Russell. It'll take him right to second. A 4-3 double play. And the Nationals are finished in the 8th. They lead the Cubs 2-1.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite. Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
Generally, when you hire on here, it's every 2 weeks you're home.
I've made more in the last year and a half at Tennant than I had with any other company that I have been with.
When you got a good group like we have here, from the mechanics to the dispatchers and everybody else that works in this system, safety and everything else, I wouldn't work for anybody but Tennant.
Tennant Truck Lines now hiring. Call 309-946-3230.
All across this great state of Iowa, people are discovering a new way of car buying. We are Kriegers. We are the quiet difference. We are Heartland Values. We are listening to our customers. We are changing perceptions. We are creating experiences. And we are growing our family, one driver at a time. All across Iowa, people are discovering Kriegers. We are Krieger Automotive Group, the quietly different dealer, with locations in Muscatine, DeWitt, and Stewart.
Chicago baseball is sponsored by Iowa University Quad City Center. You're watching WQAD News 8.
And The Bachelorette.
Tonight, Caitlin's date has comedy genius Amy Schumer.
This is going to be a massacre.
Hi! But the battle for this Bachelorette, I'm not sorry, wow, is no joke. The Bachelorette, new tonight.
It is getting late, and the Cubs trail by a run. And here is veteran Matt Thornton, the bottom of the Blake Trinan 2 scoreless innings after Park went 5 and gave up just 1.
Good numbers so far this year. The 2.61 ERA. Spent a lot of time on the south side with the Mariners. Didn't quite have the giddy up on the fastball that he used to, but he still throws pretty hard.
He's a Midwest guy. Born in Three Rivers, Michigan. Went to Grand Valley State. And ball 1 on Miguel Montero came in to catch in the top of this 8th. Montero homered yesterday at Arizona. 2-0.
Might be a one-and-done performance here for Thornton this afternoon.
Pops into shallow right. Espinosa was already pretty deep at his second base position and makes a catch.
Who else is going to pitch in this? Well, it doesn't get a whole lot easier, does it? Jordan Zimmerman tomorrow. Kyle Hendricks coming off a complete game shutout. We'll go for the Cubs. And then, boy, what a matchup on Wednesday. The two most sought after free agents in the pitching market, any market for that matter, this past offseason, Scherzer and Lester.
Aaron Barrett, a right-hander, in to face Nationals.
All across this great state of Iowa, people are discovering a new way of car buying. We are Kriegers. Quiet difference. We are Heartland. We are listening to our customers. We are changing perceptions. We are creating experiences. And we are growing our family, one driver at a time. All across Iowa, people are discovering Kriegers. We are Krieger Automotive Group, the quietly different dealer, with locations in Team and Stewart.
I feel like choosing Sauk versus going to a bigger school was a good transition for me. I was exposed to different things and kind of found my interests. It was a good way to find what I like to do, being an athlete and then also focusing on school. That allowed me to get a scholarship when I transferred. My name is Carson Andrew and this is my Sauk success.
These mountains are our birthplace. These woods are our playground. The spirit of these renegades, our inspiration. And now, a new fire has been lit. A fire that will fuel a generation and celebrate a way of living. Introducing Mountain Dew Dew Shine. A smooth, clear dew with an old school citrus kick. Dew Shine, available legally, first time.
Here in 2015.
Yeah, good strikeout numbers. 16 innings. He has struck out 22 against 5 walks. He's not allowed a home run yet. Pretty dependent for Matt Williams.
Another guy from the Midwest. From Evansville, Indiana. Wabash Valley College and Ole Miss. Nobody on, 1 out. The pitch to Addison Russell. A little bit above the belt for ball 1. That is a strike as we look at the Nationals bullpen availability.
It's like the Wheel of Fortune used letterboard. Grace from the left side. Jansen just recently off the DL. Jordan and the closer Storen from the right side. Ooh, man, that's a disappearing slider. A quick action, a little lane changer.
Barrett drafted out of high school, 44th round by the Dodgers. Wabash Valley College in Illinois. Twins took him in the 20th round. Didn't sign. Rangers took him in the 27th round. Didn't sign. Then went to Mississippi. Nationals made him a 9th rounder. And he did sign. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Good action on that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. With the sliders off the plate. A little two-seam runner moving in on Russell, and he can't get the barrel to it. Must be a thing with Evansville. Big right-handers. That's where the Dennis boys are from.
Fowler will try to keep the inning alive for Bryant. Strike 1.
Zimmerman tight to the line at first. Outfield playing. Ooh. Maybe Dexter catches a break here. Now take advantage.
Ball into center. You saw Span go back, but then had to come in and over a bit into left center, and that will end the inning. Cubs go down in order. Off to the 9th, 2-1 for the visitors.
Hold on a sec. Are we gonna make it?
Almost there.
Well, I landed too, so we can go over it again.
Welcome to Pub 1848, where there's 10 beers on tap with rotating crafts, old friends and new friends. A perfect place for a drink before dinner and a great way to end the night after an event at the iWireless Center. Pull up a chair and grab a cold drink. You're at Pub 1848, where a good time is our tradition.
I'm Greg Majeski from Majeski Motors in Sterling. When we opened in 2005, we wanted to give customers something different, like new vehicles without the new price. The majority of our inventory are low-mileage, one-owner vehicles with factory warranty. If you don't see what you're looking for, we find vehicles every year for smart buyers just like you. So the next time you're in the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle, stop by Majeski Motors in Sterling, where you save thousands off new and all are backed by Carfax. We invite you to stop in today. Majeski Motors in Sterling.
Harold's Furniture has something for every room.
So wait no more. Come in today and see all the great deals Harold's Furniture has to offer. They have everything you need to create new and exciting looks to any room in your home. What better way to spend your income tax refund than with beautiful furniture from Harold's? Today's the day to brighten your dining room, bedroom, living room.
For more than just prices, we're a complete furniture store that keeps you in mind. Harold's Furniture in Rock Falls.
Hi, I'm Myron Hazen. At Collision Repair Center, our reflex bed liners can be used for more than just truck beds. We also do horse trailers, four-wheelers, boats, or maybe you have a unique idea. Collision Repair Center, East Moline. Stop by and see me.
A Score Sunday Show, Sunday nights at 10:35 on WQAD News 8.
Well, Hector 2-0 with a 379. He's converted 9 of 12 save opportunities. Had one get away from night. Give up the big home run to Paul Goldschmidt. I'm sure he's anxious to get back out there and get back on track.
Almost bounces to third. It was his home run that gave them the lead. Heard Montero the other day talk about Hector and said, you know, with runners on base, and a lot of times as a closer, clearly it's in big spots. Hector kind of gets ahead of himself, and that's, you know, the one thing you talk about with hitters and with pitchers in big moments is to try to slow down the heart rate instead of speed it up.
Yeah.
And I'm talking with Chris Bosio, the pitching coach. Rondon likes to work from the windup. He said he has a really good rhythm. Windup and the key. Going from the stretch. And we were talking today. I don't know who it is. You always find out generally who the first guy to do whatever. First guy to wear a goalie mask, first guy to wear a helmet, whatever. Do you know who the first
to work exclusively
to work exclusive? Because somebody did it, and then another guy did it, and now just about everybody does it.
I don't know who the first one was.
And it stands out to me when you see short relievers, particularly closers, who don't go exclusively from the stretch. They're very comfortable from the windup. Popped up by Espinosa. Bryant in front of the mound makes a play.
Well, let's see who's left in the Cubs bullpen. Grim Roscup, Mont Rondon now working. So Russell Wood, Jackson Strope. 2 from the left side, 2 from the right. Man's got a lot of balance out there now with 3 southpaws. So I think the challenge for Rondon with men on base is just to slow down everything, just kind of take an extra breath between pitches.
Good cutter there on Taylor. Slider a little low. Backed up a little bit. Taylor could only just get a piece of it. Cubs have been involved in a bunch of 1-run games. They're 12-9. So almost half, 21 out of their first 43 have been decided by a run, and it's 2-1 in this one. Swing and a miss to end the inning. Rondon with a 1-2-3. Drew Storen against the Cubs. Heart of the order when we come back.
This is amazing.
I love this.
These mountains are our birth. These woods are our playground. The spirit of these renegades, our inspiration. And now, a new fire has been lit. A fire that will fuel a generation and celebrate a way of living. Introducing Mountain Dew Dew Shine. A smooth, clear dew with an old-school citrus kick. Dew Shine, available legally for the first time.
Hi, I'm Lily Weber. My dad sells cars at Weber Auto Group. He has lots of great cars and trucks and helps people find the right one for them. He has in-house financing at cash prices with the lowest rates in the Quad Cities. My grandpa and great-grandpa sold cars too. They taught my dad to treat people right, so I can do the same thing when I grow up. I can't wait.
Weber Auto Group. If you're looking for a used car, we've got your baby.
John Deere is proud to be a sponsor of the John Deere Classic and Birdies for Charity.
Thanks to John Deere, 100% of your pledges plus a bonus go to services in our community.
Thank you for giving through Birdies for Charity. It helps your charities and your community.
Chip in for your charity. Birdies for
This is it. 3 outs to go, and the Cubs down a run. And the Nationals closer Drew Storen, another native, Brownsburg, Indiana. Went on to Stanford, and he'll face Chris Bryant to start it.
Boy, he's been nails. 14 out of 15 in save opportunities, but the league hitting just 188 against him. 25 strikeouts against just 3 walks. Fastball slider change.
Swing and a miss. Remember Storen from his early days in the big leagues. He had a much different delivery with the leg kick. His leg was very straight. His left foot was pointed almost straight up in the air. It was rather unique.
Wheel and
yep.
Now he's gone to a Clayton Kershaw type delivery. If you picture Kershaw, obviously from the other side, a left-hander, but up and down and then glide that front leg. That's to cause a little timing issue for the hitter too. That little hesitation.
2 strikes on Bryant. Storen leading the National League with his 14 saves. On the right field line, the wind's going to hold it up a little bit, and not enough, fortunately, for Harper to have a shot at it.
Well, you know, saves are a bit of an overrated statistic, but when you look at all the other numbers that go along with it, Drew Storen is having a very good year. This would qualify as a pretty tough save. A 1-run ball game, 2-3-4 due up here for the Cubs.
Pitch.
Ooh. Slider didn't have a whole lot going on. Chris would like another whack at that one.
Storen went to high school with Lance Lynn in Brownsburg, Indiana. Another foul count holding.
Storen somewhat unique in that he is a true 3-pitch pitcher as a closer. He uses his changeup as well as his slider.
It hit him. No, it hit the bat. So we go from a hit batter to a strikeout on a foul tip. And Joe Madden asking for help. So the other umpires are going to chime in. Ryan Blackney will get some help. Let's see.
I couldn't tell. I thought first time I saw it, I thought it hit the bat. The second time I thought it brushed his hand.
You see Blackney saying, I got foul tip. Off the bat, right into the glove, which would be a strikeout.
And asking if anybody's seen anything different. They're going to take a look.
Well, this is huge. Goes from the tying run on base with nobody out to 1 out, nobody on. And will we be able to tell?
That doesn't much.
I think it might be. I don't know if they're going to be able to overturn this.
So.
And I will give Ryan Blackney the of the doubt. And Chris Bryant, I mean, he thought it hit him, but if you're the home plate umpire, you hear something, you're taking an educated guess.
Right. That's right. As a hitter, you want to sell it. You want to drop the bat, shake the hand, and let everybody in the world know you got hit.
See, Chris Bryant is an earnest guy, and I think his natural reaction was to walk to first.
I'm with you.
Sadly, the guys in New York can't say, well, Chris Bryant is very believable.
Yeah, they don't have a...
So we're going to give him the base.
They don't have a file on every pitcher in every play game where they could check the believability factor. Well, they're going to give it to him.
They gave it to him. That is huge. I'm pleasantly surprised. So here's Rizzo.
Yeah. Here we go.
Outside ball one. Twitter. All these Cub fans. Clearly it hit him in the hand. I saw it. You didn't see it? No, I didn't.
They're watching on big screen television.
I would have guessed that it hit him, but I guess the other question is, in New York, are you determining it's bat or hand? You can't determine it hit nothing, right? Is that an option?
I don't know.
The pitch outside. Well, let's see. It would have been 3-2 anyway, so it would have been a walk, I guess. So same difference. Good hitting. Well, they need at least one. Up. Desmond makes a catch. Probably they get an out either way, as Bryant really couldn't stray too far from first in case that ball was caught. Joe could send at some point. Not saying he will, but he could. Let's take one last look at what New York may have seen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hit something.
Yeah. Fly ball going halfway. Castro out, and it's up to Soler.
Yeah, so if you're doing the math here, if you're trying to sort this out, if you're Joe Madden, do you try to steal a base here with Bryant? I think with Soler hitting at his extra base power, probably going to wait, and then if Soler gets into a defensive count, maybe take a gamble and send Bryant.
is a strike as well.
Yeah, so, down in the count, 2 strikes, less likely to do damage, and that's why you start to think about maybe trying to steal a bag here. You could score on a single.
I always hate to get the guy thrown out trying to steal a base to end the game, but we're down to the final chance here. Not running. Too bad. Yeah, would have gotten it.
Yeah, it's a tough way to end the game. For me, and Joe Madden's kind of got that gambler's mentality. He's not afraid to try it. If he thinks, he's basing his decision on Storen's times at home plate. If they just feel like Storen's too quick to home, then they're going to shut it down.
1-2 on Soler. Here it is. 2-2. Coghlan on deck. In some ways, you feel like it's not going to be a tie. It's going to be a home run or a strikeout. Maybe an all or nothing situation. Wind is howling straight out to center. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and that'll do it. So the Nationals hang on, and the Cubs drop their second in a row by just a run. The final score from Wrigley Field, the Nationals 2 and the Cubs 1. We'll be back.
Stretch your income tax dollars till they explode with savings at Harold's Furniture in Rock Falls. Purchase anything in the store today and receive 12 months, no interest. It's time to rejuvenate your living room, dining room, or bedroom, and then get 12 months, no interest on everything in the store. Also save on twin mattresses starting at just $99. Hurry in today and see how you can stretch your income tax dollars at Harold's Furniture.
I got married young. I was, a mother of 3. I was really, really nervous to go back to school and start that journey. Some things that are harder are the most worth doing. I really loved everybody in my class, and my instructors were great. We were like a family. My name is Marcy Osborne, and this is my sock success.
Generally, when you hire on here, it's every 2 weeks you're home.
I've made more in the last year and a half at Tenon than I had with any other company that I have been with.
When you got a good group like we have here, from the mechanics to the dispatchers and everybody else that works in this system, safety and everything else, I wouldn't work for anybody but Tenon.
Tenon Truck Lines now hiring. Call 309-946-3230.
Summer on.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Bud Light Lime, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Honda Dream Garage Sales event. Now it's your Honda dealer. Napa, home of Napa know-how. Ford, America's best-selling brand, inviting you to go further in our fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Subway, make a smart or savory season. Score more Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Our next WGN telecast of Cubs baseball will be June 3rd at Miami when the Cubs take on the Marlins, Game 3 of a 3-game series. And we will be on at 6 o'clock, WPWR Channel 50. Once again, our final score today, the Nationals 2 and the Cubs 1. Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN TV has been brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is next.
With nearly 5,000 cars sold, we must be doing something right. Just hear what proud customers are saying.
They treat you with the utmost respect. They take the time to show you every little detail of the automobile.
I'm utterly impressed with the level of service your company provides. I understand why you're selling so many cars.
Thanks for taking good care of us. You went above and beyond.
We purchased 6 cars from Majeski Motors and found the car buying experience actually pleasurable. It's not about what we say, but what our customers say. Majeski Motors in Sterling.
Flicks is the right choice to remodel your kitchen and bath. Stop into Flicks' new location at 3909 16th Street, Moline, and save 70% off all Haas kitchen and bath cabinets. Flicks, where great design ideas come to light.
At Collision Repair Center, we do everything except sell cars. No, you don't. Yes, we do. Well, you don't sell rust proofing and undercoating. Well, we do now. Undercoating, rust proofing, paint protection, all here at Collision Repair Center. Stop by and see me.
When the storm arrives and the lights go out, a small generator comes in handy. But how about a generator that lights your entire house?
Storm Track 8 is putting the power back in your hands. Register to win a Generac generator, fully installed by the Electric Doctor. Log on to WGN.com's contest page to learn how to enter for your chance to win. Weather the storm with WQAD News 8 and the Electric Doctor.
Urlacher on Urlacher.
Give kids an insight of what I went through.
One of the Bears' all-time greats tackles a new challenge. Tuesday on WGN News at 9.
Welcome to the 4/10th inning show. The Nationals able to hang on. We thought it might be a home run day, and I suppose it was. 3 runs came on solo shots, but ultimately a pretty low-scoring affair. We saw some excellent defense early on. Tanner Roark making a spot start out of the bullpen, gets the win. Justin Grimm gave up the game-winning home run. He takes the loss. Drew Storen, his National League leading 15th save. Big crowd today, 38,463. Game time 2 hours and 39 minutes. We'll have the highlights when we return.
Work here at the Wrangell Park District. It was
the family, new friends, and stop by QC Family Entertainment to play our state-of-the-art video games and a round of laser tag in our 2-story arena. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
It's the crazy no-pay days of summer going on now at Zimmerman Honda. Imagine your summer with no payment for your new Honda. Come by today and see the huge selection of new Hondas. Test drive one and then take it home. No payments this summer. Choose from over 200 new Hondas. At Zimmerman, summer means no payment on your new Honda. Zimmerman Honda, John Deere Road, Moline.
When quality counts, look to Quad City Windows, Siding, Doors, and Roofing for your next home improvement project. From updating your home, touch-ups to room additions, residential to commercial projects. Whether big or small, Quad City Windows, Siding, Doors, and Roofing can handle your project no matter the size. Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal. Give us a call or find us online at qcwindowssidinganddoors.com. Quad City Windows, Siding, Doors, and Roofing. When quality counts.
Harold's Furniture has something for every room.
So wait no more. Come in today and see all the great deals Harold's Furniture has to offer. They have everything you need to create new and exciting looks to any room in your home. What better way to spend your income tax refund than with beautiful furniture from Harold's? Today's the day to brighten your dining room, bedroom, or living room.
For more than just great prices, we're a complete furniture store that keeps you in mind. Harold's Furniture in Rock Falls.
QC Family Entertainment is the perfect place for your next office meeting or party. With our 3-party rooms, we can accommodate your needs while having fun bowling, playing laser tag, and games. QC Family Entertainment, fun for the whole family. Right off John Deere Road in Moline.
By Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford or local Ford store. Let's get the highlights from this one. Memorial Day action here at Wrigley Field. First batter of the game, Denard Span off the new board in right. That was off Tsuyoshi Wada, his 4th of the year. Cubs come right. Chris Bryant off Tanner Roark. And it was 1-1, but early on it was really about excellent glove work, JD.
Yeah, it proved to be very important in a 1-1 game. Jorge Soler makes a heck of a play here in right field. Lunging for that ball and able to stop before running headlong into the wall. And then Addison Russell, just a sweet play out behind second base to get the speedy Michael Taylor. That's worth another look. See that every day. That's why you come to a big league game, to watch big league players make plays. And then it proved to be a huge play with a man on base. Wada robbed by Taylor. Cubs really didn't have any real legitimate scoring chances. Much of the afternoon, they had a 2-out double from Rizzo in the 6th, but that was it.
It's Wilson Ramos off Justin Grimm in the 6th, and that would be the last run scored in the ballgame. Final Nationals 2, Cubs 1. We'll have a final word from the ballpark. Stay with us.
Announcing your local Ford dealers.
It's time to put the heart in Heartland. It's time to serve, not just to sell. It's time to honor family values. It's time to give real jobs to Iowans. It's time for a different kind of car dealer. It's time for the Krieger Automotive Group. For over 4 generations, Krieger's has quietly brought respect, integrity, and heart to car buying. Krieger's Automotive Group, the quietly different dealer, with locations in Muscatine, DeWitt, and Stewart.
Definitely think it's okay to be undecided. Stock definitely allows you to explore your options before you lock yourself into something. For me, it's affordable, it's reliable, and I know that I made the right decision coming here. My name is Michael Barth, and this is my stock success.
Welcome to Pub 1848, where there's 10 beers on tap with rotating crafts, old friends and new friends. A perfect place for a drink before dinner and a great way to end the night after an event at the iWireless Center. Pull up a chair and grab a cold drink. You're at Pub 1848, where a good time is our tradition.
Biggest summer ever.
Huge giveaways, new episodes.
That's a big deal. Weekdays at 4 on WQAD News.
Show is brought to you by Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or localfordstores.com. Well, as we look ahead, and we knew this would not be an easy stretch for the Cubs, and after this series, the defending AL champion Royals come in. Kyle Hendricks coming off his first career complete game shutout against a tough one, Jordan Zimmerman. And then it's the battle of the big free agents from this past offseason. Max Scherzer for the Nationals, John Lester for the Cubs.
Yeah, it should be a couple fun days here at the ballpark. And with apologies to Zimmerman and Hendricks, I'd buy tickets for the game if I wasn't going to be here to work. That should be a lot of fun.
So enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. The final today, the Nationals 2 and Cubs 1. So long from Wrigley Field, everybody.